Hi, welcome back and thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so that you can stay up to date with my latest videos. I do try to upload regularly. So today's topic is how to open the third eye and my own personal experiences, what I did to open my third eye and everything in between. So a few of the things I did when I started my spiritual journey was I just started going to YouTube first of all, like what you've probably done now. I typed in, how to open your third eye, and there was just like a plethora of, hundreds and hundreds of videos on this, that and the other. A lot of the information was conflicting and it was very confusing. I suppose one of the first things I did was I started doing like third eye meditations. And also I tried binaural beats and all this type of thing, but we'll get into that as well. There is kind of a taboo with how to open your third eye. There's a lot of negative videos on people's experiences with opening their third eye or becoming more spiritually aware, is essentially what it is. And what can happen is if you don't have a clean mental state, then if you open your third eye, then things will seem a lot more enhanced and they'll be a lot more scary for you. They will, like, if you have a lot of kind of fear-based energy in you, it's going to be amplified if you open your third eye, because whatever energy you put off, you get back to the universe, as I've mentioned in previous videos before. So what you want to do is you need to make sure that you have a clean bill of health in terms of your mental state. If you do have any problems with psychosis or anything like that, or schizophrenia or any other mental kind of health condition, it would be advisable for you to get checked out by your psychologist first of all, just to make sure everything is okay before you go ahead and do this. You really shouldn't be doing anything like any type of spiritual work or energy work whatsoever if you do have any health conditions of the mind, because the mind plays a vital role in everything that you do in terms of your spiritual awareness, okay? Just wanted to get that out of the way. As I was saying, there's a lot of kind of negative videos on YouTube, which I would have looked into. Like, a lot of the videos would have been American based, and they would have been, people from religious kind of backgrounds, and they were just basically kind of scaring people out of doing it. They were trying to say that you're going to see like ghosts walking around your house, you're going to see demons and black angels and all this type of thing, which is not true whatsoever. I've never seen anything like that walking around. Am I aware of spirit energy and spirit people near me? Yes, I am, because I've learned how to attune my body to sense that. So I don't believe in any of like what's going around basically about you're going to be woken up in the middle of the night. Well, you do get woken up, but not by someone physically standing there. And there are some people that have experiences with people, seeing spirit people and so on, which is fine. I haven't personally experienced any of that myself. It's all been very good for the most part, apart from one or two experiences. But that comes with the territory. So when I started off, I kind of scared myself a lot, basically, because I was looking at all of these YouTube videos saying this and that was going to happen to you, and you have to go to the Lord and Jesus Christ and everything like that, which I still believe obviously, but I just don't allow it to control kind of my fears or beliefs or anything like that. So that kind of put me off for a long time, but then after a while I kind of got over that. I came back onto it. I started doing more YouTube videos as well, not making YouTube videos but listening to YouTube videos about third eye kind of like meditations. They were guided meditations, and what they would do is they would bring you on a guided visualization meditation, which I may also put up on my channel as well. And it's about allowing you to explore your mind, your imagination, and allowing you to kind of like raise your vibration. What I mean by raise vibration is your vibration raises basically if you think a positive thought, or basically anything good. If you're happy, it will raise your vibration as well. Or if you're singing, anything that brings joy into your life, basically. So these guided meditations, some of them were good, some of them weren't. Some of them were kind of like up to an hour long. I find the best thing I got out of them was I learned how to kind of explore my imagination. I've always been really kind of like the type of person that would like daydream and stuff, so it kind of came really easily to me. I did a lot of guided visualizations in terms of, they will say like visualize like a balloon, like all the chakras have different colors, and they, like for example, just say the one at your kind of lower pelvis, that would be called the root chakra or the base chakra, and that's represented by red. So what they do is they would get you to imagine a red balloon which represents that chakra down there, and you have to imagine it with your eyes open or closed, didn't really matter. You visualize the red balloon rising up into the air, and you keep looking up into the sky like as if you're looking up to see it go off into the distance, and you have to keep looking up until you can't see it anymore, and then you're moving on to the next color, which is orange for the sacral chakra, which is just kind of below the belly button area. And it's just a lot of guided visualization. And I know there's a lot of people that say that I'm not really good at visualizing anything, like I can't see like with my third eye. And if you see your third eye, it's basically when your eyes are opened as opposed to them being closed. Obviously everyone can see a lot better with their eyes closed, including myself, but seeing with your eyes open is the real challenge. But what I'd say to people is, if you imagine something that really is just an everyday item to you in your home, like an orange or an apple or a banana, just imagine that, and first of all do it with your eyes closed, and you should be able to imagine that in your mind. Do it now even for a second. Just imagine there's a banana sitting in front of you right now, and just imagine that you can see it, you can see the colour, you can see what gradient of yellow it is, you can feel it, you know what a banana feels like, so you're going to touch the banana, you're going to feel that texture, you're going to remember what it feels like to touch a banana. So it's incorporating all of these different elements of what you know to be true about a banana, and bringing that from the physical touch, smell, and what you're used to seeing a banana look like, and trying to recreate that basically in your mind. And it's crazy, but after a while, like, you will actually be able to, like, I can feel the texture of the banana right now, and I know it's like, I know when I peel back the banana, like there's kind of the nubbly edge on the other side of the skin where you peel it off and stuff. So it does come with time. I'm kind of rambling on a little bit, but basically what I was doing was I was doing guided visualizations to help enhance it. I think there's one by Lillian Eden on YouTube that is pretty good. A few of my friends have used it as well. But just basically you have to find the right meditation that kind of sits right for you. Some people are into unicorns, some people are into fairies, some people are into angels. Some people are just not into any of that kind of thing, and they just want a simple guided visualization, maybe in a field or something like that. So what you're doing basically is you're enhancing the part of your brain that fuses your imagination to kind of work a little bit harder, and you're using a part of your brain that isn't usually used by your body basically in its everyday life. So you're stimulating the pineal gland, however you say it. A lot of people say it's calcified by kind of fluoride in the water and stuff. You can try buying aloe vera toothpaste. There's also other toothpaste. A lot of the vegan type toothpastes or toothpaste powders that you can get in the shops are usually fluoride free, because vegans are just mad about not having any kind of GMO or anything like this in their toothpaste and stuff, or their products in general. So you could try that as well. Also drink tons and tons of water. Another thing you can do is they say to eat as much kind of whole clean fruits and stuff and vegetables. So just try to eat as cleanly as possible. Try to stay away from processed foods if you can. And it's just about basically detoxifying your body, your brain, your mind from all of the harsh chemicals that we're subjected to every day. I don't know if I decalcified my pineal gland or else I just awakened something inside. I don't know specifically. I did get the aloe vera toothpaste because I have sensitive teeth, and I use a different one now. It's like it's kind of like a whitening one, but it's a charcoal based toothpaste powder, and it's very safe. It's even safe for kids to use, so that's the one that I use at the moment. What else can you do? Yeah, so drinking lots and lots of water, because you're cleaning out your pineal gland. It kind of looks like the eye of kind of Horus, if you're familiar with Egyptian kind of background and mythology and all that type of thing. Some people are really kind of, they really think like, oh, everything's in the water. The government's trying to brainwash us by putting fluoride and chemicals in the water, and that's probably true to some extent. But I've only ever drank filtered water around here, because the water in our taps or faucets, if you're in America, it tastes like you're drinking like bleach basically. So they're obviously putting something in the water to purify it, but I always make sure I have one of those filter jugs I just use, and that does me fine, and mine has detoxified just fine. So, but more importantly, apart from all of this type of things that's to do with our environment, the most kind of like important thing I would say that you should do is set the intention that you actually want to detoxify your pineal gland, that you want to open your third eye, you want to become more spiritually aware, and that will do the best work on you. You do have to do a lot of personal work on yourself. You probably will be researching a lot online and stuff yourself. You will want to kind of educate yourself on maybe the spiritual side of things. You'll have a new belief kind of system. You won't be as much believing in kind of dogmatic religions. You'll be thinking for yourself. So it's going to be a whole new life change for you. So it's something that does take a process. It can take years. So it's not something that you're going to watch like 1 or 2 YouTube videos and you're going to do within 30 minutes. It doesn't work like that. Even though some videos claim that they will unlock your third eye in 5 minutes, it's a load of rubbish, okay? It's something that's happens on a very personal level. For those that it does happen really quickly, it was probably already unlocking itself anyway. But it can take a while, especially for someone that's kind of come from, you know, somewhere that's been really kind of regimented and that type of belief system. That can take an extra while for you to open up and be okay basically with the new information that you're learning. Now about binaural beats, I have done lots of them. I kind of, even though I've sat like through like 30 minutes or an hour of a binaural beats meditation, I didn't like kind of the tones, and I kind of felt like, you know, like it was like brainwashing music or something like this. I know these tones are supposed to stimulate the gamma rays and the theta waves in your brain to help you access that frequency in your mind, but in my personal opinion, I don't think it was very useful in helping open up my kind of third eye or my intuition, if you want to call it that. So I would say save your money and definitely don't buy any of them on iTunes or anything. Just look them up on YouTube, just the free ones. Just get the basic ones if you really are drawn to that. I personally didn't think they did anything for me, and they sounded a little bit creepy. Some of them, they sounded like boom, 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 boom. It was like kind of like a throbbing kind of stimuli with the kind of the sound of the music, and I just found it a little bit strange. If you want to really open your third eye, essentially what you're doing is you're preparing your mind to open up your psychic faculty in your brain. So the best way to do that is to change your thought processes, and also to practice doing maybe psychic readings, or there's little things you can do. I've never been good at this one in particular, but when the phone's ringing and if you try to guess who it is on the other end of the phone. For some reason I've never been very good or accurate at that. I don't know why. I'm also not very good at psychometry, which is holding an object and trying to pick up what you can sense off it from maybe a spirit or the person's energy, whoever used to own the object. Right, so here's exactly what I've done to open my third eye, and it's not something that happened overnight, as I said previously. It's something that did take a while, but what I did was I used to give myself 30 minutes every day. You don't have to do it every day, but you can do it as often as you get the chance to do. What I did was I gave myself about 30 minutes just up on my bed, lying on my bed in complete silence. If you can get 30 minutes away from the kids or your family or whatever kind of distractions you have, and just lie there with your eyes closed. Put on a YouTube meditation video, one that really kind of speaks to you. Close your eyes and just allow your imagination to go wild. You probably will feel weird sensations. Things you can feel in meditation are kind of a feeling of being lifted up, or kind of like raising out of your body. That's fine. That's just kind of your body kind of getting used to kind of going to in between the two levels, because there's an etheric level and the level that we kind of live on. It's the place you go kind of when you're sleeping. So you can also feel like tingles, like there's a lot of tingles. You may feel like someone else is in the room with you as well. This is also normal. So again, if you're kind of like someone that's easily scared, like you probably shouldn't be doing that, because you will get more sensitive to energies, and especially other spiritual energies. In other words, people that have once walked this earth, or angels, guides, anything like this. So you have to be prepared for that, and that's why it's important to start off slowly, just doing a little bit of a meditation every now and again, because if it happens too quickly, sometimes what can happen is you can open up spiritually very, very fast, and it can be too much for you, and it can send you around the twist, basically. In other words, it will make you crazy, and that's not what you want either. So you need to be very careful with it. You always need to set the intention, and also before you do a meditation, just ask your spirit guides to surround you, and Archangel Michael to protect. I don't care if you don't believe in angels or not. Ask either Archangel Michael or Jesus, or whoever you believe in, whoever your God is, Allah or anything. Just ask them to surround you, and what you're doing is you're putting a mental kind of protection on your body there, just so that you're protected while you go off into your kind of sleep state, your meditation state, whatever you want to call it. So that's very important as well. Sometimes people say that they don't need protection. You do need protection. I don't care what you say, because you're not going to go to sleep at night and leave your hall door open. So if you're kind of doing any sort of spiritual work, why would you leave yourself wide open like that either? Because you can be approached by other spirits or other entities that kind of may or may not have good intentions. So you need to be really aware of that as well, okay? It's just about putting in a discipline and putting a practice into your work, and it's a long road to the spiritual work. Like, it's not something that don't think that you can do just to make a quick buck, because it's definitely not something. It's not something that many people can make a full-time living out of, because you're never going to get, lots and lots of people come to you unless you get really, really good at what you're doing. It is a long process, but most of all, the reason for opening your third eye, it has to be something that's ignited within you. Like, if you feel like you want to open your third eye, that's your body's own way of, and your mind's own way, your soul's way of letting you know that this is what you need to do. The time is right, because otherwise you wouldn't feel the inclination to actually want to open your third eye. Now, when I say open the third eye, I don't mean just like literally open the third eye, which is here. Like, basically, if you've come to this video, you probably know that already. That's where kind of, because your pineal gland is actually situated kind of just behind the eye, just here, at the back of your head, kind of towards the back of your head. So it's more about you developing yourself spiritually. It's not just opening your third eye. You're opening up all of your chakras. You're wanting to improve your life. You're going to have a lot of changes in your life. People are going to leave your life and so on. It's about you stepping into your own power, basically, and it's about you becoming the person that you are meant to be. So, you always hear kind of the expression like people being sheep, and that's because you're just following the kind of herd. You're just kind of doing what everyone wants you to do because it's the thing to do, and you're not getting to live the life that you want to do, because there's so many people on their deathbed. What do they say? I wish I had have done X, Y, and Z in my life. And then they try to give advice to people in the room to live their life like that as well. So it's about stepping into your own space, your own power. It's about you being the person that you were meant to be. It does take, like I've said this several times in the videos, but it does take a long time to do. Like, I think I was probably 29 when I first started. I'm 33 now, and it does take time because life gets in the way. It's not like you're always going to have time to meditate. You're not always going to have time to go to a spiritual class or a development group. It's something that happens over time, and because life gets in the way, that can put a halt on it. But if you find yourself not doing something spiritual, or you're not doing your meditations or anything, don't stress about it. It's happening for a reason. You may need a break at that time in your life to deal with other kind of stuff that's going on. It's not really an issue. Your spirituality will never leave you. Hi, so I've tried to cover absolutely everything that I feel that helped me open my third eye, so hopefully that you've felt some benefit from this video. I'll probably try to do a follow-up if I do think of anything else in the next week or two. Let me know in the comments below. If you have any other questions about opening your third eye or opening up your spiritual faculty, which is what I prefer to call it, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my very best to address them in the comments. Please do make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit that bell in the corner, because it really does help get my kind of message out there onto YouTube. I really want to reach more people, and I just want to thank you so much for viewing the video, and I hope to see you real soon. As you know with me, I do try to upload very often, and if you have any requests for any videos in particular, please make sure to leave in the comments below, and I'll do my best to address those in a future video. So thanks very much, and I want to thank you so much for allowing me to come on here and just spill my knowledge out to you as well. So I will see you very soon, and with it, bye bye.